That is the stuff like nightmares are made of. Oh my gosh.
That's my sister.
Boo. Like 25,000 people.
Yeah. I want to be a Pussycat doll. Hello, Queen.
Oh, yay. Mwah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm excited to chat with you today.
I know.
Obviously, I've known you for how many years now?
Like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, 2018 we met, but there's still so much that
I know.
don't know about you.
Do you remember the first time we met?
Yeah?
Where I was like, Pussycat doll. I want to be a Pussycat doll.
Wait, was that at rehearsal?
Yes. I was like,
Yes.
and I tried to not freak out, but I was like, yeah, I'm not that cool. How did you get started in dancing?
I mean, honestly, my mom says I came out the womb dancing. It was like, my daddy was a drummer, and so music was in the house. It was being played live all the time. And then it just grew from there, and I mean, and then it became my passion, my love, my therapy, my escape, my best friend.
Did you have a dance teacher, like, grow up with you?
All different teachers for different styles. And my ballet teacher, though, was the one, and this has stuck with me today. Because she said, if you don't show up on time, door closed, you ain't getting in. So what about you, though? Like, growing up, was there one teacher that, like, said some advice to you that has stuck with you today?
Yeah, so we grew up in South Africa with my mom being the teacher.
Did your mom grow up dancing?
No, but
Oh,
it was always
really?
something that she really wanted to do.
Wow.
They went on holiday, and they heard some music,
Yeah.
and Mutsi was like, what's that? And then they walked in, and they saw ball gowns, feathers, and Mutsi was like, that is what I want to do.
She was like, yes.
That is that. So the two of them were doing Latin Ballroom, and then I was born 10 years later. And so I was just kind of like shoved in.
Love it right away? Do you remember, like, seeing it and doing it and being like, oh, this is
No.
my gift, my passion?
No, I was just like, I can see what you're doing, but I can totally do it better. I was 3. That's literally.
So we started, like, around the same age.
That's it, yeah. But my mom was our trainer from the beginning.
Your competitive space was totally different from mine. I think yours was probably a bit more serious.
Yeah.
Mine was kind of just more discovery of, like, music and passion and movement and sharing that with, I mean, that was really, like, I think that honestly saved my life within growing up and what was going on within the household. To have this was a way to escape, also, like, tell a story through music because if you didn't have the words, you had the song.
So, Ash, if I said to you, with all the experience and all the amazing things that you've done, invaluable advice, what does that mean to you?
I remember when I was getting into the dolls and my dad said, you know, this doesn't last forever. And it's like, absorb the moment, enjoy it. I think sometimes we have a tendency to maybe beat ourselves up or want more and I mean, be ambitious, be hungry, have the fight, but also, like, enjoy the process. How'd you get into Strictly?
So my parents are very much about education. I wanted to study musical theater and, like, go down that route.
Yeah.
And they were like, hell no. They were like, absolutely not. You are going to do something academic. And then I tried to be a rebel and didn't apply for university. So I was like, I'll be a failure.
Did you?
I didn't know my sister took my school report and she applied to university for me. Then I studied civil engineering and then I started working and I was like, okay, I just don't like this. This is really not for me. And what I want to do is dance. And my mom was like, you can dance for 1 year. Don't ask us for money. Don't ask for help. We're not gonna give it to you. If you wanna leave, you are gone. I met my boyfriend, now husband, Marius, and we started dancing together. And I wanted to be world champ and German champ. So then we did that in a span of like 3 years.
Wow.
Then Mutsi was already on Strictly Germany. And then they went to my sister, they're like, oh, we saw this beautiful black girl in the audience. She looks amazing. She's Marius's wife. And she went, that's my sister. What? You have a sister and you haven't told us? And they were like, come in for an audition. And that's how I started my first year.
Wow.
And then on the final night, there was this English man in the audience. And he was like, hi, I'm from Strictly Come Dancing UK.
I have goosebumps.
Here's my card. Can you please reach out? I would love for you to join the show. Did it my first year. Got eliminated first.
Did you?
And I was like, I'm not coming back. I was like, okay, I'll be serious now.
Yeah.
Let me go. I've watched it. I've learned, and now let me give it my all. I needed to relearn my relationship with dance for me to be able to grow and excel.
Yeah.
How did you get into the Pussycat Dolls?
Oh, okay.
I've never asked you that. How did they find you? How did you decide?
So
How old were you? Tell me everything.
Right. I finished high school at the age 18, and if I had enough cash, I would have moved then.
All right.
I had to work 3 jobs. I saved up $1,000. I packed a U-Haul.
Wow, what jobs
and
did
I
you have?
left. I was an MC at bat mitzvahs and bar mitzvahs. I was like, come on, everybody, get up and dance. Then I was a hostess at a restaurant, and I taught at my dance studio. And then moved to LA, and my friend was like, there's this really cool sort of underground thing that all like the top female dancers are doing. And I went and auditioned. I was too young because they did it in the club. So I'd go and do this bit and then sneak out the back.
How long did you do this for?
I mean, gosh, well, I moved to LA in 2001 and we got signed. I think Don't Cha came out in 2003. We kind of like performed and did bits, and then when Gwen Stefani came and did it, Jimmy Iovine, the head of Interscope, was like, yes, I'm gonna take this and make it a girl group. And the rest is history.
You now have done so much with your life and your career. What advice would you give to someone who's like, okay, I've done that, I've achieved what I needed to achieve, and now what's next?
I think I've been open to different experiences. Obviously, dance was the root of it, and my passion led me from A to B to C, so follow stuff that you love and enjoy. Also, I think kids do have a lot at their fingertips as well right now with social media. There is a lot of opportunity and take advantage of that. I mean, what about you? Same, dancer, judge, I mean, mom, like all the things now.
My thoughts were always, I need to do something that I really, really like, but it doesn't take away from me being a dancer. But it also doesn't include dancing. Because I was just trying to find what that thing was that made me feel at home like dance did. And I think if I had to give advice to anyone, it's just take on every single opportunity.
Yeah.
Just do everything until you land on your feet, because you will fall a million times.
Well, this is it. Fail fast, learn the lesson, and keep it moving.
That's
you know what I
it.
mean? Tell me about a time you've been on stage, something's gone wrong, it didn't go right.
This will haunt me for the rest of my life. I was on national television. The show was about to go live. As I stepped on the floor to do my samba, my dress ripped from the back. And not like in the middle, like on the zip. It was like to the side. And it just went... And my bum went
No!
on live television. And I said to my sister, in my language, my ass is out. My complete all of Africa is out for people to see. And I was like, you need to get up and come hide me. So she came up, hid behind me, called through her mic, costume department. They sewed me on.
Live on
Television, and the camera's literally zooming in so that they can see them stitch me on. And then I went and I did the dance, and then at the end it went again. And then I went, I'm out.
That is the stuff like nightmares are made of. You know, like when you have that, like you go on stage and you forget the routine, you know, it's that like, oh my gosh.
That's it. That
No,
is it.
OG.
I will never, ever, heaven 12 years ago, I'll never forget it. You've never fallen in like a concert in front of thousands of people.
I haven't fallen, but you know what I did is in Canada, Toronto and Ottawa are like hockey rivals. Like it is, they are aggressive. And you know, sometimes you're on the road, you forget where you're at, and I picked up the mic and I was like, what's up, Toronto?
Oh,
Boo! Like 25,000 people booing me, and I'm like, I look at the girls and I'm like, what? And they're like, you're in the wrong place. You're in Ottawa. And I was like, oh my gosh. So from then on, I had neon pink tape. Ash, you were in this city after that, because I was traumatized, honestly.
The show must go on.
Show must go on. This is it.
These things happen all the time.
Oti, I mean, you've taught on Strictly. You've got your own dance studio. You're working with kids now, which is so amazing. What advice do you give them? How do you mentor them? What's it like being a teacher?
Try to be honest with them that dance is a really hard career. You're gonna get more no's than you will yeses. But here's the thing, I want you to know that if you still love it, you will fight. I tell them all the time, you are enough, you are beautiful, work and treat your body like a temple. But if you're doing the best, that is it. That is it. Everything that starts from inside explodes outside. So if you are okay and you work out what's going on inside,
Yeah.
it will be reflected outwards.
Wow.
Love yourself, fight for yourself,
Yes.
and remember that you're enough.
So Oti, within the dance industry, is there a change that you'd like to see for the future?
100%. I think diversity, for me, that is so important, especially in my world. I was the first Black dancer on the biggest dancing television show because I know what it means to represent something. It enables younger girls and boys to look at you and think, I could do that, you know? I think money sometimes is the root of why people don't get information, people don't know where to go. There's so much love and things to learn from the arts. But if we don't financially have the capability, especially young children, and I know it takes a lot of money to help just one child.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see that change, just more money put in from the bottom to children who need it the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you?
I think dance is an art, but it is a sport. And I feel like sportsmen, sportswomen, whatever, get sort of put on this platform. And I'm like, I want that for dancers as well. I want that respect and understanding of like what is created.
Yeah.